Question 6, Kelsby says, as a new believer, I feel I won't be able to go to my sister-in-law's house again because they smoke weed at every gathering. How do I find balance between being light and not being in a certain situations? Okay, so some of the ways that I've done this in my own life, because I've, largely, it's growing up, friends that aren't saved, family that's not following Jesus. This is my I'm not brought up in like a church bubble. Okay, I entered the bubble later and was like, wow, this is an interesting place. So what I'm going to suggest is some of the things at least that helped me as I work through this, and that is, A, am I being stumbled? Okay, so when I go to be with them, I don't want to ask, am I making them better? Hey, they're a little better. They don't cuss as much when I'm around, or whatever. This is what I would hear people say all the time. I want to ask first the question, am I being made to compromise my walk with God? Let me give you an example from marriage. Let's say that there's this girl I want to outreach to. She's not my wife, but I'm like tempted by this girl. Isn't it a no-brainer that I should not spend any time with this girl? It's a no-brainer, right? Right? Like, because I have a more important relationship that trumps all of that with my wife. And so I'm not going to spend time with her. I'm not, even though, oh, I really wanted to see her saved. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But is it stumbling you in these important ways? In which case you keep your walk focused on God. So if you are being led into sin by those relationships, that's a sign they may need to be changed or removed. Another question is, am I actually doing outreach with these people, or am I just hanging out because it's what I'm used to? And I think that I don't want to be too strict on this, like I'm demanding you preach the gospel every time you see them, but it's a question to ask. Okay, is this really happening? It speaks of the value of the relationship. Another question to ask is all the time I'm spending with this group of people, is that keeping me from pursuing some other wonderful thing for the name of Christ? Serving in ministry, starting a ministry, doing other things that might honor and glorify God. And so you've got to ask, because some relationships are just massive time suckers and you just want to be aware of that. So you also say, though, this is your family. And so I don't want to cut family off. They're family. I might want to adjust how I engage with them. And that's a tough challenge. Do a lot of prayer about how to navigate those types of things. Yeah. So yeah, I hope those give you some wisdom, though.